All right, welcome back, everyone. Now we are going to hear from Thomas Jarlov, founder and CEO of CxPlanner. Thomas, take it away.
Thank you. And hi, everyone. I'm Thomas. And let's go for some screen sharing here. And today, well, I'm going to tell you something about CxPlanner. That's the fastest commissioning software ever built. So hang tight. First of all, I'm Thomas. I'm the founder of the platform here. I'm a commissioning practitioner. So I'm certified Q6P, CxM, and CxA. Author to a couple of commissioning books, teacher, and well, a lot within the commissioning industry. Yeah, and I've done my fair share part of testing and OPRs and system manuals. But there's like one thing, and that is I want less admin and more commissioning. I don't want to do all the reporting and all the backend stuff. I want to do the fun part of commissioning. And that's what we're going to look at for today here. But before I do like the real demo of the platform here, I have like a couple of slides just to set the scene for the platform. The first one here, we call that like scales to the project. So that's because CxPlanner is dynamic. If you have a large project, you can enable all the utilities. So that means everything from the DFAs and throughout the project. If you have a smaller project, there could be a single fan call unit with FPT, just enable that part, and then the platform will scale to that. So the platform scales up and down depending on the complexity and the size of the project that you have. The second of these fundamentals here, that is our template center. And the core part here, if you can do something once, you only have to do it once. So all of your workflows, all of your templates, everything is saved in one single place. And if you're missing something, well, then we got the checklist for you. And if you're still missing something, then we also have our own pre-trained AI that can generate those templates. So just copy paste in the SOO or sequence of operation. We're going to extract the logic and the sequence and split it out into a checklist for you. So all of that is within the template center. The last of these like fundamentals here, that is our practical design. So our platform works on all devices, mobile, tablet, Android, iPhone, online, offline, all of that. As you see on the screenshot here, then you see like a checklist on the right side. That is what it looks like on a mobile device when you are on site. So when a subcontractor logs in, we're like removing all the bloat, all the extra options and buttons, and making it easy for them. Because if you cannot get the subs in and actually perform things inside the system, it makes no value to actually have a system. And so before we dive full into the demo, I have another little thing I want to share with you, and that is the CxPlanner CxAI. So most of you know the CxA, but here we're just adding a little I, and that is our commissioning AI agent that is available within our platform. So as mentioned in the start, less admin, more commissioning. That is what I want to do. So the little CxAI here will follow you through the platform, and every time it can do some of the repetitive work or some of the manual activities. So that could be like writing some of the report, extracting data, or on the screen here you see if you're having an asset, then instead of like finding documents, then we can search, find the exact O&M or specification, get that, and then we can extract the values from that document and autofill the asset data for you. So you don't have to sit and type what's the manufacturer or whatever that's the voltage and other parameters for that asset. So see, that's a little helper. I still believe that you, the commissioning manager, will do the commissioning. But if we can get help from something, we're going to get that help. And with those words, I think we're ready for the platform demo. So what we're going to do today here, and I can see I have around 14 minutes. Nope, not even 12 minutes left. So it's going to be a fast one. And what we're going to do is I'm going to create a project, and it's going to be a data center project because, well, the highest data center at the moment here. Then I'm going to add 5 Erlingons, 2 generators, and 10 PDUs. Then I'm going to perform a checklist on a mobile interface so you can see what that looks like. And then at the end, we're going to see the automatic reporting from the software. So let's hit it here and hang tight. Now you should be able to see CxPlanner, and we're going to log in. So we're going to first hit the login, and I'm already signed in, so we're arriving directly in on my landing page. I'm not going to guide you too much through the full interface here, but imagine that you can customize whatever you like. Now I'm hitting the projects, the projects here, and I'm going to click on an asset-based project. The asset-based projects are good for data centers. So going for that one. And then we have a little creation guide. So it's going to be 01. That's the name. We can put in some data if we like to. Like that, and continue. Then we have like 6 predefined project types for it. That's like quick starters. We're going to go with a data center. Then you see we auto-populate the suggested checklist types from level 6 or from level 1 to level 6. If you don't like this one, remove it. If you want to have another name, call it that. So everything here is like fully customizable, both now, but also during the project, because project changes, and so should the platform do. Then the last thing here, that is the asset types. So that's the types of the assets that we can add within the platform. Everything here, see the same concept. You can just customize it right now, or we can do it when the platform or when the project has been created. This little one I'm doing here, you see on the side here, oops, I have these small numbers. So that means now I'm adding 5 air handling units automatically. And we're going to add 2 air generators and then some PDUs and 10 of those. And with that, then we get some confetti and we're live. Normally, you might receive just like an Excel file. Then you're going to import that and we're going to create the assets for you. Or if you have a PDF file with like a PNID, we can also extract the tags from that one and generate the assets. But that's up to you. So now we are within a project. You see we have the name and the ID at the top, and all the navigation is done in the sidebar to the left. We have the dashboard, task, and checklist assigned to you. There's like 2 shortcuts on the mobile devices. Pretty handy just to see exactly what you need to do. Then some analytics, then some issue management, and then the asset register. So to save some time, I'm just going to jump into the asset overview for starters. So let's see here. Within this section, we have the PDUs, the generators, and the air handling units. That's the tag name, the asset type. Then we have level 2 to level 4, which are the pending checklists that we will attach in a moment. Then to the right side, you have the name, the manufacturer, model, and so on to the side here. All of these can be customized. So if you don't want them, remove them. Otherwise, add new ones. That's going to be up to you. But otherwise, the concept is, so of course you can like type them in manually here, but normally, well, you might just want to import them directly from an Excel file. But let's attach those checklists here. I'm going to go down here and go into the types of the assets. Inside this one here, you see we have the asset types. I'm going to do the quick one. Normally you might have like a template just to import, but for this one, I'm going to select the level 2 and then a DC checklist and add that. Level 3 and a DC checklist and a level 4 and a DC checklist. So the checklist here that I'm adding here, that's some of mine. You also, of course, have access to all the CxPlanner templates that's ready and can be used directly on the projects here. But for the concept here, the air handling units now has 3 checklist types attached to them. So let's go over to the asset overview just to check out on that one. So air handling unit, you see within level 2, 3, and 4, we have the checklist saying pending, because these are the checklists that we need to perform. I'm going to click on the first one of these assets just to show you the asset concept. It's in here, main information, right side is where all the metadata is. Change it, do whatever you need to do here, import from files, take a picture, then we auto extract that data for you. We have all the checklist, all the tasks, all the files, QR codes, so you can use it in maintenance phase 2 if you like to. Well, let's go for some of the test view. The global test view here, you see, that is split into the different checklist types. This is a level 2, level 3, and level 4. It could also be mechanical completion, pre-functional check, functional performance test. You will define the checklist types that you work with. But for this one here, data center, level 2 to level 4. We have the air handling units, and then we have these 5 tag names, and we have the levels. So that's the checklist. Now we're going to open this one, and that is actually opening a specific asset with the checklist for the level 2. Main information in the top, and then down here you see we have all of the line items from my checklist. a little demo checklist. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to change the interface here to become a mobile. So you can see what would it look like on a mobile device to do this checklist. The structure at the top here, then you're going to have the line items. First one requires a photo. Going for that one, that will require you to take a photo directly on your mobile, do an annotation. Then you can also utilize our AI. So if it was a line item, is the mounting of the switchboard correct? Take a picture of the mounting. It's not correct, then that would be the description. Next one is a numeric value. So that could be the flow, the voltage. Today is going to be 47. And then we just keep on going here. Full speed ahead. And we're halfway. You can see that in the bottom here. And as we go for the last one, like that, then the approved lightens up. Hitting the approved, then I have a preset signature. Otherwise, you're just going to sign it on site. Hold to save. And that's it. So the concept here is that I'm going to go out of this mobile here. The concept is that the guy doing the checklist has to do nothing else. The system will now do all the calculations and all the reporting for you. The reporting is actually already done. So let me show you that. First, I'm going to open this one here. Approved today's date. Scroll a little to the side. You also get the system completion over in the side here. So 100, and that scales up throughout the system structure. So that means you could actually build this structure based on like building, floor, category, trade, person. So you can get like these insights directly during the testing phase. But as I mentioned, this is approved. So let's follow it all the way through. I'm going to go down into the asset overview that is here, opening the air handling unit. And then you see the first one is approved. So this is my global view to follow up on all of the assets on the project. And that will keep on moving onward as the checklist gets approved. Down here in the file section, going into that one, then you see this is my folder structure. That will of course be your folder structure on your project. But down here in the system folder, there's one file, air handling unit 01, level 2, and that is the checklist from the test script we just performed. So all of that is generated on the fly. So when you need it, it's one click, and then you have like the concatenated full final commission report. And just to show you, of course, your logo and your head and foot and that stuff. Down here, happy guy, description, the 47, everything is printed within this one here. So that is what it looks when everything goes well. So maybe a Friday, but let's go for a Monday checklist. I'm going to go into the level 2 again. Then I'm going to select the second air handling unit. And as you see down here, we have the same line items. I'm going to pass the first one, and then I'm going to fail the other ones here. So each time you fail an item, that will automatically be pushed up to the global issue list. So you don't have to do anything, that is happening automatically for you. I'm going to click on one of the red ones here because that's actually an issue already. And as you see here, main information on the left side, and then the follow-up in the right side. Not good, but okay. So I'm going to change the status from open to closed. Keep an eye on the red marker in the back. That's jumping to green. So that is how like a line item is directly correlated into an issue. The second one here, not good. And then I can tag Thomas. He will be notified in app and by email. And if you're on a mobile device or tablet device, then you always have like the option to respond with a photo, so you don't have to stand and write. And when multiple people starts to write comments, then you can also utilize the CX AI, because then that will run through all of the past 7 messages, including all the images, and suggest what could the resolution be or what should your next step as the commissioning manager be. For the last part here, the issues created within a checklist, I'm going to jump into the global punch list, because up here we have those 4 issues laying and waiting for us. Clicking on them here opens the same interface. So just different places to work on the items. so you don't have to jump too much around. And for the last thing, of course, all the analytics, all the dashboards, and all of that stuff that you need. So whether it's level tracking, individual issues tracking, person tracking, yeah, then we got it for you around here. And then, Cassie, how am I hitting the time spot here?
Yes, we can start your 5-minute Q&A right now if you're ready.
Already.
Awesome. So do you want to tell people a little bit about the giveaway? And then if you've got questions, please drop them in the Q&A function. And a reminder, all the giveaway winners will be announced at the end of the showcase today. So be sure you're sticking around to hear who wins.
So the giveaway here is 50% off any subscription within CxPlanner the first year. So 50% off, then you go with one project or you go with 100 projects. That's going to be up to you. Besides that, you're also getting full access to our CX AI. So that means you and the full team and whoever is working on your projects will be able to utilize that. Yeah, just go write CxPlanner in the chat to opt in for that one.
All right, and if you've got any questions for Thomas, please put those in the Q&A as well. Thomas, in the meantime, could you talk a little bit more about CxPlanner's AI functions?
Absolutely. So one of the first slides I had was less admin, more commissioning. I still believe that to manage a full commissioning process, you got to be like a commissioning manager or commissioning authority. But to offload all the non-essential work, that's a core part for me because it saves time when doing the commissioning. That means more time for the real commissioning or more clients. So everything that has the repetitive thing, where you can get like some benefits from some quick analysis, then you can utilize the CX AI. I think some of the good ones, that is that if you have a PNID with tags on, upload that document and then click extract tag names. And we're going to extract those tag names for you. The same goes if you have received a lot of specifications, they are uploaded into a file area and you're done your submittal review or design review and annotations, that stuff. Then you can just right click on that file and say extract the current values that is needed for this asset. And then it drills through all of that document, finds the values, push them out, present them to you. Then you can decide which one do you want to use. So we're still relying on the user because someone's got to manage the project here. But all the work that we can save you from sitting and scrolling through the full document, copy pasting the items out, we want to save that time.
All right, and how are you creating FPTs in the system?
So normally, if you have your own FPTs, then bring them. So whether it is in Word format or in PDF format, then you can import them into our system. We're going to transform them into the CxPlanner format for you. If you're building them up from scratch, then you can either do it one by one, so adding individual line items based on the project, or you can utilize our checklist AI generator. So for that one, you're going to select whatever type of equipment it is, the type of checklist, so an FPT in this case here, then whatever category of focus area it should be like the main part of it. And then if you have access to some of the project documents, which you might have for the FPT, copy paste that info in, because then when we are creating that checklist for you automatically, we're going to base it on that info that you provide. So the context window. And then we're going to present to you the full FPT, and you can decide, is that good? Is that not good? Utilize that, optimize the wording a bit here, and so on. And straight after that, then it's your checklist and you own the data too.
All right, this question asks, in the captured image, did AI auto-annotate? Does it work offline? And if not, can you generate comments later?
So if I can split that one into two, the first one, the AI that I showed here is not doing annotations inside the photo, but it's doing analysis of the photo based on the photo, the corresponding line item, and the previous line items. So whether like something has been reflected down through the check. And then it suggests and describes that issue or that pass for you for that image. So it does not do the annotation within the image. You will do the annotation, a markup on that one, and then the AI will focus on that section that you do the markup into. So it could be a markup into like the termination on the switchboard, then the AI will focus on that specific selection. For the offline part, you can utilize the full image capturing. So take a photo, do annotations, all of that. But the AI would require you to be online.
All right. Thank you so much, Thomas.